What's going on, world? This is your boy Joe Clifford. We on the outside looking in. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I'm feeling back on my bullshit again. Let's get it. I'm with it. Yeah, we bound to slide. He with it. He with it. That sound like homicide. Nigga pick a side. Nigga pick a side. Yeah, nigga pick a side. Nigga pick a side. Yeah, let's get it. I'm with it. Yeah, we bound to slide. He with it.
The second and third is clearly easy. That first one, that stumble is the only thing that cost easy. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me go on mute so y'all can just ramble over each other.
My opinion.
So honestly, could you?
No,
I be
did it
feeling
again?
like, man, I be feeling
Bro,
like.
I can't get my question answered. That's all I was asking.
What's your question, Stan?
I said, yo, Auntie, did you watch the battle back on the playback that came back right after? Yes or no?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you, with watching it back, heard the stumble, heard the difference in the rounds, and said, yo, the stumble is what cost him? I'm just confirming because to me,
yes, I did.
Stan, I'm not gonna lie, this is
is
not a
whatever.
smart question.
You asked me, and I said
Yeah.
yes.
I'm
Yes
just
to both.
confirming.
My
because
thing,
to me,
I
because to
genuinely
me,
feel like
the first is clear.
I feel like
day.
as fans, I feel like as fans watching battles now, that's literally what we do. It's like we give everybody everything that they take. So let's say, like, you know what I mean? Like, we give the person that's the winner or whoever, we give people what they take, and what they don't take by default, we give it to the other person. And I don't think it should be like that. Like, let's say if a nigga's wilding on a nigga for 2 rounds, right? And then his third round, the nigga that's wilding for the 2 rounds, his third round is his weakest round, but he's smoking a nigga for. So let's say that his third round would be better than the next nigga's round, but because his third round is the weakest of his 3, it's like, oh yeah, but the other nigga got the third. No, I feel like niggas be saving face for people. If you ask me, it's like, all right, cool.
Nah,
Easy,
I had
easy
Verb 1-0. I had Verb 1-0 before Easy whooped his
before.
ass.
Right,
Yeah,
I
have Verb 1-0 going into the second.
Okay.
I just have Verb material resonating better. That's all.
Yeah,
I
I have Verb 1-0 going into the second round.
Okay.
First
And
time around,
I had easy 2 and 3 clear.
yeah, first time around, I gave Verb the first, like, when I first watched it, but on the rewatch, I like Easy's round better. I gave it to
Yeah,
I gave it
I
to Easy.
feel like Verb, he came out aggressive in the first, and I wasn't expecting for him to bark like that. But his material still wasn't enough for me.
That's my thing. Stumble. It's like for me, like, and that's why you see, I ain't say nothing. I just went straight to Easy because I like whether I like the nigga or not. I went straight for shock factor, and I'm like, did I just like that because, you know what I'm saying? Like, did I like it because so I wanted to go watch it back to see if it's like, is this a good round or is this a good round from Verb? Because it's a difference. Like, am I excited because this is a good
when
round?
I watched it, I felt like the first watch I was excited because it was the old Verb.
Right.
The second time I watched it, it was, oh shit, he actually edged him because it was razor thin for me. Like I said, he actually edged him the first round.
Right.
But those next 2 rounds, Easy cleared that.
I got a question. Is it considered a gentleman's 30 still if only the first is debatable?
Yeah.
No.
You good?
Yeah, same concept.
If the consensus got Easy in the first, and that's the only debatable round, that's still a G30.
This battle took the same trajectory as the K-Shine and the Rex battle, too. That first round's always debatable, but the uphill writing, man, I'm telling y'all, this is a generational thing we're seeing here with the way that he can uphill write for like 5-6 battles in a row like this. It's really special.
You take into account all his competition has shown up, even with Rex, Shine, and Verb. People count them out prior to them.
When the last time Easy lost?
And they have good performances.
He hasn't
I
lost.
don't got Easy with no losses on
He got a judge's
URL.
other
I think he undefeated on URL.
Yeah, he got.
In my head, if I have to pick a winner, I pick Castro. Besides that, I'm losing her.
Danny was kind of a debatable battle.
It was debatable, but I still gave it to Easy. I got Easy undefeated on URL.
Stop with that Don Marino shit, Eunice.
So who'd you get next, Joe? Who y'all
Him and Don Marino is
next?
not debatable.
At all.
I want to see him.
You just can't make that battle debatable. It's crazy.
I mean, after this chess shit.
All right, y'all can rewatch it.
Wait, Greedy, who said that?
Eunice, he's been saying that. He said that shit earlier too.
I'm dead serious though.
Yeah, I know. Stop it.
Yeah, we want you to stop being serious. Stop it. Get some help.
Him and Chess both won that battle. I don't think anybody lost that battle. So
I never pick a winner for that one. But if I have to pick a winner, I always pick Chess. But I don't have to.
I picked Easy.
I always pick Easy.
But where's Leg go?
I gave
Okay,
easy
but the
that
coach
round.
started shapeshifting.
I mean, it
Charlie
was three
Bravo
clear
said not
battles.
to
There's
get a
not much to
bad
talk
bitch.
about from the night.
Dexter D, I'm thinking white coat, lab
Did
shit. Even
did Charlie
Powerpuff
Clips
Girls. Cause what's in that poppy?
did Charlie Clips
Magic.
versus Lou Castro? Did Charlie Clips versus Lou Castro not being on the card take away from the card?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
definitely.
Indeed.
Is
Slade
And
Charlie
just to
aggressive
Clips
too.
being
is Charlie Clips versus because I seen everybody like I seen different titles and everybody feeling some type of way about it. Is Charlie Clips versus Lou Castro a good enough battle to whereas if it was on there, you guys still wouldn't be dissatisfied?
yeah, we're not like
Um,
crazy. I'm not crazy dissatisfied. I think it was like
I
a
don't think
mid
we missed
event. And
It
it
anything
was
was
an
only
major.
average
3
event,
battles,
and it
so
would
I
have been
didn't
a slightly above
yeah.
average event with Lou and Clips. That's just how I feel about it. I don't
It
think it
would
would
have
have
been
changed too
entertaining to
much,
watch
I
for
but
sure.
It was like
But
a
I
Yeah,
don't
it
think
6
would
and a
have been. It
half. They
probably
would
would
have
have been
knocked it up
battle
to
of the
like a
night. I
7 and a
think that
half.
would have been battle of the night.
I thought Clips
Clips
was
they
and
going to
were
have
Lou.
one
up
of the
to
crazier
entertain
performances
for it.
on the card, so it
that
definitely took
battle,
away a
that to
little.
me, that battle don't make or break nothing. Like it's like I could, if you were to, if you like showed it on the like card and then you took it off, I wouldn't have noticed. To me, for real, it wasn't a make or break it to me.
I feel like that was a decent amount of people's battle of the night, though.
Yeah, for me,
Right.
it was mostly the stream
Yeah.
issues with Verb and Easy combined with the DNA Hollow battle going the way it did for me. I was just like, okay. But Clips and Lou definitely would out.
DNA's really in a fucked up situation. If he gets a clear win, nobody really gives a shit, and he's going to get shit on if
Niggas
he
hate DNA.
loses.
Niggas always discredit DNA.
Facts,
Hey,
Like
we
I'm
why?
not no
do.
big
We do.
DNA
Gang,
fan,
gang,
but he
gang.
really
That's
has
a
it
I am
bad
fact.
so
though.
Nigga,
part of
He
that
I'm
gonna
not.
clique.
rap
DNA not
20
even my
minutes
People
favorite.
and
definitely
I
drop
don't
am
listen to
fire
DNA
definitely a
clips.
saying a
part of
bunch of
that
nothing.
clique. I'm a proud member of the hate.
One mic.
I'm a proud member of the hate DNA clique.
Why?
Cause
Wow.
he
That's
ass.
Thank
crazy.
you.
More
That's crazy.
filler
He's
than
been
bars.
consistent for years.
Yes, more filler than bars.
What you got
I'm
against
not
my?
a filler fan.
That's crazy.
What you got against my
Talk
man
that
Gary?
shit,
I mean
Auntie.
Eric.
I don't know what it is. I think that as a culture, you are like just and I'm just talking about URL fans. I don't really care about nobody else. I think just as a culture, this shit is trendy and it's like what we like to hear. I think URL and our type of style of rap is like if a nigga ain't talking about shooting up the venue and you know what I mean, not just saying auntie, just in general. If a nigga ain't talking about shooting up the venue, flipping guns and aggressively, you know what I mean, then his style is not appreciated. And you could like that is seen with everybody.
That's
Anybody
whack.
that's not rapping about
I'm,
choppers shooting shit up, breaking niggas off, and killing
I'm
motherfuckers,
not
and
a fan
or
of gun
trapping or
bars.
something.
But that's whack when they're beating the niggas who talk about that.
I thought
Exactly,
he
because I
angled
can't
very
because I can't
potently too
name one
tonight.
nigga. I can't name one nigga that's not in motherfuckers top 5 that rap about other shit outside of what we rap about. So for DNA to be performing at such a level, like Hollow's on my Mount Rushmore personally. You know what I mean? It's Clips, Hollow, Lux, and Mook. You know what I'm saying? So for DNA to be performing at the level he's been performing at since he was 16 years old, like he's my age, like he's in his 30s. Like it's to the point where like I don't even listen to what DNA say no more. Like I mean, like I'm not worried about whether he win or loses. I appreciate the fact that nobody niggas can't beat him. That's why
For
I listen to
real.
DNA. Like it's certain niggas I'm like I know I'm going to play back an easy battle or I might play back a chess battle. I might not play back a DNA battle, but I will watch it. To hate DNA is it's almost like hating Tim Duncan in basketball. Like he's the basketball player's basketball. DNA is a battle rapper's battle rapper. I can't hate him. You might not like him, but I can't hate him personally.
DNA to me is one of the most professional battlers. 10 years in, he don't choke like that. He's one of the most consistent. Him and Rucker up there, neck and neck. And when these new niggas come in, they can't win off him. And he's like he treats
Man, it's
everybody the
almost like
same way.
if you respect Clips, you damn near gotta respect DNA.
No, that's a fact, but I
Facts.
Hold
agree
on.
with
Damn near the
Surf.
Okay,
I
same
hold
mean,
on.
person.
he don't
Hold
have that
on.
much replay value,
Hold
Surf.
on. Hold on. Let me say
Cool.
this. Let me say
I'm with
this.
that. I'm cool.
I'm not a DNA fan, but I'm not disrespecting him. Of course, I respect his craft and I respect how hard he works. But to sit here and tell y'all I enjoy him, he's entertainment for me, I'd be lying to y'all.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
just
Surf right
not.
about everything he said. DNA just don't have no replay value for me.
I want
So
to
maybe
add
y'all can
too.
say y'all hate his style then.
After tonight, I really think we really got to start mentioning DNA with the best anglers in the world right now. I mean, I think it's been gradually. You see it every battle,
That's
and
something
especially a
I
30
can
over a
agree with it.
hollow.
I can agree
That's some
with, but
impressive
Hollow was
technical shit.
ass tonight. I'm sorry, Hollow was ass. And I'm a
Yeah,
Hollow
Hollow was
fan, and we
wilding.
really
He
can't
was, but
say
DNA was great too, though. It shouldn't
Yeah,
be
DNA was
lost
yeah.
the fact
average.
DNA was
This is one
solid.
thing I need everybody to stop doing. If your opponent is average and you're doing your normal, for some reason everybody's like, "Oh, they were great. They were great." No, his opponent was ass.
But
So he
DNA
was
was
Whose
DNA
opponent
doing
normal.
was
was
his
that?
normal?
normal.
I thought DNA was great.
Yeah, I thought DNA.
That
I didn't
was a
think he was
normal
tearing the roof
DNA.
down.
He
But
was
he was
Talk,
great.
RT.
You bugging.
He was good. He was good.
Just because his opponent was
Yo,
bad doesn't mean you got to take
the
away from his
yellow
performance,
peace sign.
though.
His first round and his third round were great. His second round was cool.
He was surgical.
I agree
He
with
broke
that,
down
Eunice.
Hollow style.
If we waiting on if we about to watch battles, depending on what the loser did to the winner, we gonna be here. We gonna hate battle rap. We gonna hate battle rap. That's like taking
You
away.
can't take away
That's
from
like
his.
taking away my
But
performance because
that's what I
Twerk ain't
feel
show
like
up.
everybody does.
Nah,
That's
his
what I feel
second,
everybody does.
his second was
Nah,
cool,
I'm
but his
not one of
first
them.
and third were great. His
Third
first was
wanna-
amazing, and he
I
was
wanna pose
talking to
third
him in the
is cool.
third.
I want to pose a question real quick. Obviously, I don't know how many of us really want to see DNA versus Lux, but do y'all have an idea of who you want to see DNA versus next?
No, that's not something I think about. I'm not gonna lie. But when it's time for him to battle, I appreciate it.
I don't either, but I was wondering if everybody else did, to be honest.
Yo, that's wild.
Nah, because that's what I mean about the respect of DNA. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you look up and DNA is not on the card, it's not like we about to kick the door down and say, "Yo, put DNA on the card." But when I know DNA is battling, it's no way I'm not. He's a god, bro. Like, and you gotta understand, like he's actually generations beneath like Mook, Lux, and Rex and them. You get what I'm saying? So he's like of our generation. He's a god of URL generation, like a god, like nothing less than a word of a god. Like he's not top tier. Like he's a god in URL years. Like niggas don't understand. Like man, that nigga resume his impeccable, bro. And then like my favorite thing is perfect attendance, bro. Niggas like DNA, Hitman, Hollow, like them niggas don't choke, forget. Now we talking about 13 years of non-stop raps and freestyles. Can't disrespect that boy. You cannot. Your favorite battle rapper that come in with them super duper pinned freestyles. If you told, the pin raps, you told the motherfuckers they couldn't use them, they be dead. Your favorite battle rapper can't pull up with a 25-minute round, whether you like it or not. Like some stuff you gotta like be like, that's just tough to do. Period. Like I don't care whether you like a nigga not scoring 60 in the NBA is just not easy. Like it's just this is the pros. A 25-minute round. We thought him versus Disaster was an hour long, an hour against one of the best GOATs ever on the West Coast.
I think he said he pulled up with like a round and a half and like freestyle everything.
And freestyle, and they come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I think it's like he's really one of them. You know, I get it. Like compared to like, right? Compared to like the Chesses of the world and Easies of the world, you know, DNA might be a backpack rap like type rapper compared to somebody. You know what I mean? But you know, like I respect, like for example, like let's say like a motherfucker won't bring in like Tyler the Creator's pen is crazy, or you know what I mean? Like I said, Earl Sweatshirt, like Anderson .Paak. You know what I mean? Them niggas pens is crazy, but then when we start talking about rapping, it's like we don't bring them up with the, you know, the I guess the end rappers. But them niggas pens is crazy too.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
But when Tyler Creator drops an album, it's one of the
right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's like a nigga be like, oh nah, Anderson .Paak can't rap with, you know what I mean, somebody that we like listening to in the streets. But it's like, dog, you're bugging. Have you not listened to It's the same thing with DNA for me. It's like, nigga, nah, I just think you don't like him when you're not listening to what the fuck he talking about, because all that shit makes sense to me. Like, he didn't give.
We'll agree to disagree.
I got a question.
That's cool. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just agree to disagree.
All right, I got a question then. Who's winning, DNA or Easy?
Against each other?
Against each other?
Yes.
We're going to all of us here are going to like what Easy says more. Period. Yeah. Does that mean that what DNA pins won't be crazy? No, but we're gonna like more, and that's what battle rap is turning into. It's just turning into preference. What I like. It's like a person will act like a person's pen is invisible if they like the other person's material. Like you could put together all 52 whatever states in one rap. Like it won't mean nothing. Like it doesn't matter at all that shit. Like I like what I like.
It wasn't always like that though.
No, I don't think so. I really genuinely don't. I genuinely don't think so. I think it was a little more respect running around here, like as far as just everybody. You know what I mean? Like you figure, like, come on, Cortez versus Hitman was a classic at some, like pulling a Cortez battle was a classic at some point. I think, you know, the fans.
I was telling
you know, with all these spaces and the fans being able to touch the battle rappers more and speak their opinion more, I think like fans have gotten way more disrespectful and way more out of pocket as far like, you know, like we sit here and act like, you know, if the spaces was, let's say, like the NBA and, you know, we could talk to our favorite basketball players. You got fans in here telling the athletes, like, I'm not gonna lie, he didn't follow through good enough on that jump shot. Trust me. But you're talking to basketball players. You know what I mean? Type shit. Like, we have become so close with our fans that our fans just, you know, it's rampant around here. Like this shit is out of control. But it's